And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the PiGosaur Monday number 26. Welcome back to the quarterfinals. Oh, it's been an intense tournament so far, but we are kind of nearing towards the end here. We're creeping up on those semis, and we're here to determine the first player to make it to those semifinals. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ley Lines, we have the green Protoss player representing CSO Esports. It is UedSoldier. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player from South Korea. It is SHIN. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we do open up pool first. Interesting. Pool first opener out of SHIN. He moves out with the drone. He's going for the hatch block across the map. SHIN being hyper aggressive here early on. He's not stopping. He's not playing around. We do see UedSoldier comes in for the scout. UedSoldier, he will confirm the timing of the spawning pool. He now knows it is a pool first opener, and he should respond with an earlier setup here on the low ground. And yeah, he does look to, instead of expanding, will look to try to wall up and wall off. Drone moves in. Drone does move in. Will take the expansion. Yep, here comes that hatch block. And UedSoldier forced to throw down that cyber core, make that first zealot. Boys are being pulled, Link production's on the way. Now remember, UedSoldier, he knows that this isn't just a fake hatch block, as in he knows that there's layers to this. He's aware of the pool first, so he knows that Link should be coming. So the Zelda's on the way. So far, some decent SimCity. Does get 6 probes here on that hatchery. Zelda pops out as well. And Lings, they do move out across the map. This hatchery is going to be denied. There's a cancel. Does cancel, does get that kill. Very nicely done. So that we get a kill here on the drone. We do wall up with the pylon with the zealots, and with that UedSoldier, he is safe and sound. Now his expansion is heavily delayed, but he shouldn't lose anything to these Lings. He should not lose anything here. So far it's looking solid. Lings, they can chip away at the pylon or at the cyber core, but no major damage. Overlord confirms that there is an expansion, and now the game will continue. Now, as it all settles, it's a bit of an awkward start. The natural is delayed for UedSoldier, but also the natural is also delayed for SHIN as well, and he's going for a double expand. It makes sense. He's going to be double expanding to try to make up for this. Likewise, SHIN, he does pull, or actually he does pull into gas, just now taking his gas geyser. And now we can settle and stabilize into a longer game. As SHIN double expands. Does double expand, and meanwhile UedSoldier opening up with the Twilight Council. SHIN, he sees everything though. Gets into the main base, does confirm the tech, gets eyes on the Twilight Council, and UedSoldier is going to be more aggressive, but SHIN is aware of that aggression. From here we can go into Glaive Adepts, we can go into early Dark Shrine. UedSoldier, he has a couple of options with how he wants to approach this, but at least SHIN knows to be safe, to be careful, and to rescout for any further tech. SHIN is fully aware. Robo is on the way. UedSoldier, he does pull out of gas. This should be Glaives. So this looks like a 4-gate Glaive Adepts out of UedSoldier. If it was a Dark Shrine, we'd pull back into gas. But right now it's only 4 workers mining instead of 6. So he doesn't commit as hard. We have the 4-gate setup. And we're waiting for that upgrade. There it is. Glaives are on the way. And SHIN, he confirms. I mean, he already sees, he does see the research here on the Twilight Council, so he knows it is going to be Glaives and not a Dark Shrine. Technically, this could be a combination of the two, if he was unaware of the gases. Well, the Prism is on the way. And SHIN, he does get a safety Roach Warren. So early Roach Warren, early gases, getting up to 3 gases to sustain that Roach production. The Lings are building up. And we'll see what UedSoldier can achieve. Now, thankfully, there is no SimCity, so UedSoldier has no concern about being walled out of the bases. That's a lot of Lings pumping out here for SHIN. He's got 14 Lings on the way. Yep, SHIN confirms. Gets eyes on all the Adepts. Yeah, roach production has begun. Building up those roaches, massing up those lings. Does build up. 11 adepts, 8 do threaten a shade here towards the natural. So far, Shin, he does keep up with the movement. Yeah, it does keep up. One roach goes down. Adepts, they're getting some damage, they're getting some value. They get a drone, they get a roach. They threaten the expansion. Shin trying to move in, and UedSoldier gets the hell out of here. Back at home, this so far is not enough damage. Does have a prism towards the main base. He's building up his immortal count. And will he turn this into a 2-base all-in, or will he attempt to expand? Where are we taking this? As so far, this is still not enough damage. Overlord goes in to confirm. Warping in even, that's a lot of adepts. Ay. Getting up to 19. 19 adepts here for UedSoldier. Roach Ravager still amassing. And Shin is keeping up. Adepts say don't commit. The immortal count is getting there. Third base now being taken. UedSoldier trying to transition out of this. But this has just been such a big commitment, such a big investment from UedSoldier, and it just hasn't been worth it yet. Oh, gets another roach. Gets one more roach. I'm just worried about the eventual counterattack. I say that there is no lair. No lair, no roach speed as a result. There we go, lair is just now on the way. It's a late lair here for Shin. So most likely we're going to slow things down. We're going to drone up and get into a longer game. As without roach speed, Shin doesn't really have much pushing power with this army. Oh. UedSoldier moving in. He's got his 2 immortals. That's a hefty army. Piles being sent on the observer. They do trigger here on the immortals, not bad. Adepts take him into the shade, immortals they back up. Adepts are making their way to the mineral line, and drones are going to be going down. So far, some decent damage. The Wiles, oh, they do connect. Getting to 4, 5, 6 drone kills, getting it to 8, shading into the main. And Shin is being torn apart. He's not keeping up. Drones are falling left and right. 14 drone kills. And Shin is in trouble. Shin, he's in trouble here as he's not done. UedSoldier, he's not done. Not yet. I spoke too soon. he's done. Goes to the recall. I was waiting for the shade back into the natural, but didn't commit to the shade. Did recall instead. And that was good damage, but was it enough? Looking at the worker counts, Shin, he still has a comparable economy. 54 workers. Roach speed is on the way. Once it finishes, Shin can move out. So Shin, he can soon move out. Now at least UedSoldier saved the immortals. The immortals are still safe and sound. And he's getting up to 4 immortals. So breaking the third base is not going to be easy. Shin, he has to back off, take his gases. Is droning up. So UedSoldier is moving out for, I guess, the third wave. With the third push. Has less adepts this time, but has even more immortals. Keeping an eye on Shin. Likewise, Shin is getting into Ling Main Roach Ravager. Bailing speed is halfway done. That's going to be a big power spike here for Shin. He will have now a much more secure answer to the adepts. Likewise, it's going to be up to UedSoldier to force field to lock down the army. So he does move out. Again, that's a lot of sentries, a lot of force fields. He's up to 5 immortals. And the soup does lie here. Shin, he's up in supply, but that is an inflated supply with Roach Ravager. UedSoldier can take the fight. Oh, the Biles! Oh, they do connect. They take down a sentry. 1 sentry goes down. Massive pickup. Lings, they coming from behind. Bailey's rolling in. And the force fields are barely not good enough. Bailey's, they crash in. They shut down the sentries. Massive connections. And Shinny's done it. He has done it. He breaks through those force fields. Takes down the prism. Prism goes down. Denies the warp in. And he collapses on those immortals. Just started setting forward. GG gets called. SHIN, he will overwhelm, and SHIN will take game number 1. Whew. GG. SHIN does take a lead. Again, a very intense final win with their final fight between the two players. The force fields barely did not deter those Banelings. Banelings, they got past the force fields, they connected with the sentries. That was game. That was game then and there. We had some brutal Baneling connections, and SHIN overwhelms. And with that, SHIN now takes a lead, and we'll see if UedSoldier can bounce back and force the ace match. Again, UedSoldier, he had some good moments in that game when it came to dealing economic damage, building up his immortal counts. A lot of it did come down to that final fight. Here we go. Getting ready here for our next game. As the rest of the bracket is progressing quite nicely actually. We already have our first semi-finalists. Beyond that, we'll get into it. We'll get into it after the series. We'll get there. But the bracket is progressing quite nicely. And we have our map for game 2. Going to be another Patches map, actually. Going to be loading into Talisman. One of the more quirky maps in the map pool. I'm still on the fence about it. Definitely has some fun features, don't get me wrong. Hyper aggressive as well. So it might be another shorter game. As we have some hybrid bases, some hybrid locations, and some very interesting kind of expansion patterns. And here we go. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Talisman, we have our green Protoss player representing CSO Esports. It is UedSoldier. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents once again moving out with the drone. Oh, hello. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, leading the series 1-0. It is SHIN. Hello, SHIN. What's going on? Now, one of the big features here of Talisman is the hybrid expansion. You have a potential natural base here with gold minerals, with regular minerals as well, and there is actually there is a way for a worker to go up the ramp. There's a little alleyway here, a little path that does allow workers to mineral walk through that location to go in and out of the main base to expand. But SHIN, he goes to the proxy hatchery here right outside the main. Okay. This I was not expecting. Show us what you got. So proxy hatchery, you can see that it's rallied to mine minerals as well. Of course, he's going to be fighting against the ramp and the high ground, so if UedSoldier realizes what's going on, he can punish this, but it's only if he realizes. You can see with the probe scout, UedSoldier is looking for the expansion. He checks the typical natural location. He does scout on the right-hand side as well. We do see a transfer of workers, but the probe does barely miss a transfer. UedSoldier, he's searching for the expansion. He's trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Oh, he's checking. Yeah, he's checking his scouting. It looks like he will confirm the location. Whew. Early scout here by UedSoldier. He knows. And now it's on the Protoss to punish this. Now workers have transferred. Have arrived. Spawning pool behind this, I would imagine into a roach one, into a roach rush across the map. As he's mining through those patches. Going for a forge, going for cannons. Oh, okay. Interesting. Setting up for a wall of cannons, but the forge is still in production. Yeah, Lings are on the way. Queens as well. There's Ling speed, no roach warren, but we are still mining gas. And the wall is about to open. Down to 10. Down to 5. Oh! And now it does open up. Lings, they do flood in. Cannon is not ready. And now there's a shield battery, but there's an adept. True. Adept is in position. Shield battery taking a lot of hits. Taking a lot of hits. Boys are being pulled. No spine crawlers. Queen moves into support. That shield battery does put in a lot of work. Let's put in a lot of work. Shield battery is going to be targeted down. More Lings moving in, but this is still a shaky assault here from SHIN. Takes down the shield battery. Queen taking a lot of damage. Oh, losing one drone. Losing one drone so far. Backup shield battery also under fire. God, that queen can tank a lot. Forces back the adepts. But again, we're still bleeding out a lot of lings here. I'm not so certain this is worth it. Stalker comes in, queen is going to get surrounded. And the queen should fall. Oh, does not escape, does not get away. Meanwhile, Ling Speed kicks in. Oh, where's being pulled? Lings, they commit, they shut down one of the adepts, and it looks like SHIN, he has done it. Well played. He breaks through the shield batteries. They don't come into play. They're too far away. They don't protect the mineral line. And SHIN, he will take the series 2-0. Whew, GG. GG, well played. We had a bunch of shield batteries on the way, but as we saw, we were fighting away from them. In the end, Ling Speed kicked in. SHIN, he collapsed on the army, got into the mineral line. That was game. That was game then and there. A very intense game and very shaky as well. I wasn't too certain about SHIN fighting for control of those shield batteries, but he was able to just buy enough time, dance with the army, wait for Ling Speed. GG. GG, well played. SHIN, he will advance on to the semifinals, and now we can catch up on the bracket. Let's go. Let's catch up on the bracket. Let's figure out where we are and where we are headed.